All right, y'all. We're back at it again with that drama that happened last week. It's still going on. And I guess this is my part two of the Selenar Snowcat and Mothdusky drama. So, what happened since last week? Well, a lot has happened, and it's kind of cringe. It's kind of cringe. So, what I'm going to say is literally don't talk to anybody. If you want to go and observe silently. Don't respond to anybody, okay? So I got myself too involved in this drama over the past week, and I'm going to tell you guys basically what happened. So it started with my last video. Please go check out my last video at the end of this, or if you haven't watched it, I'll leave a card here somewhere in the corner so you can go see. Selenar Cat, I'll just do a brief summary of events. Selenar Cats commissioned Mothdusky, and Mothdusky did their art and then gave it to them. They decided, or he decided, Snowcat decided that he would put her art into Grok and then post it and tag her in it. And it says in her toss, do not use AI. Don't generate my shit. So he does it, and she sends a DCMA to take down because it's a derivative. Everyone starts getting mad because, I feel some people are dumbass motherfuckers, okay? And how are they dumb? Well, this is the first time some people are understanding how copyright works. And basically, unless the artist signs it away to you, most people sign it away to you in commercial rights. Unless there is agreement where people sign the rights away to you, the art belongs to the artist, even if it's your OC. Okay? If it's your OC, you give them permission to draw the character. That becomes their property. Not the character, but the art itself is theirs. And you can't just do anything you want with it. You have to get their permission, you have to buy the rights, and you have to get it in writing that you now have the rights to do whatever you want with it, okay? So I was arguing with a lot of these guys, and okay, I am not trying in any way to be political, but a lot of them were like MAGA furries that are incredibly pro AI, where they were being like visceral and nasty and basically being like, I hope you get replaced. I'm gonna put your art in AI. I'm gonna make an art style Laura of you. Really nasty, right? And everything was like, I'm not going to commission an artist who doesn't let me own the art piece. Like, okay, I do understand what they're saying, but at the same time, you didn't read the toss? You didn't read it? And if you really wanted the rights to it, you could have just asked the artist and see what they're willing to do. Because for the most part, when I sell somebody the art, I just give them the rights to it. I don't really give a shit after it leaves my hands. But I have done book covers before. I've asked for a commercial fee because I know that I'm not going to get royalties or anything from it. And I ask for a higher fee to give them the rights. But that has only happened with book covers and actual commercial work. So I spent all week arguing with these people, and they don't really want to meet you in the middle. And on the other side, it was like, fuck the MAGA furries. Both sides were acting really silly. And then Mothdusky, she got a death threat. And I'm going to show you guys the death threat that she's talking about. Let me go get it. So right here it says, you've been such a pain to see in my timeline with all this BS going on. You're not confident in real life, and a fat incel wife who has her husband cook for her while she plays dumb FPS and acts hard at cons. You're not tough. I can't wait for Selenar to sue your ass into the dirt and realize how much of a piece of shit you are. Do millions of people who had to see your sorry ass art and disappear. AI art is the future, and you won't live long enough to see it if you test me. So, oh my God. Now, it says here, this is what actually caused Moth to delete some of her posts, because she felt really uncomfortable after the DCMA happened, and she just kind of wanted things to just kind of die down, it seemed like, especially since, Snowcat was being a dickhead. And he's like, I'm gonna sue her. We gotta go see that. That's the fucking silly part. Let's go get that. So he also said that he got death threats, but he didn't really post them. So This is the thing, like, I am sometimes not inclined to believe people who say they got death threats because I cannot judge that threat being legitimate unless I see it. Because when people say death threats sometimes online, they're not actually death threats. They're just people being really, really mean to you. And that doesn't really jive, I don't really connect with that. I would need to see your version, So he goes here, the mob mentality is wild. Rather than adhering to the facts and merits, it's all about vibes and emotions. That's not how the world works, as we'll see. By all means, keep sending me your death threats because life is equivalent to making a 5-second animation. And don't worry, folks. I have a timeline of events and documenting everything, saving receipts. I appreciate the offer of help. I'll continue to discuss further in DMs. So he's saying that he's going to like sue her ass, which is like so fucking dumb. Like he doesn't understand copyright. So he just this is dumb. He's dumb. He goes, she can sue me in federal court in whatever state with the purchase was made from. Like, he's so cringy. He's so cringy. And then he goes, I love little armchair judges and lawyers on the internet declaring you will lose because of this and you can't claim that. As someone who has an experience litigating for herself in small claims court, including a big company like StubHub, I'm seasoned enough to know what I'm doing. But just because I'm 3-0 doesn't mean I'm complacent. Nothing is ever certain, which is why I will build a case and create exhibits. He's not fucking doing that, dude. This is not fucking Ace Attorney. You're not fucking Edgeworth, okay? Shut the fuck up. And then he shows us this guy. For someone coming up to speed, this is pretty comprehensive summary of what's been going on. Okay, this guy called the jobless coder. I'm not trying in any way to be fucking mean to him. But he sat up here for 25 fucking minutes and didn't know shit. He sat up here 25 minutes not understanding a goddamn thing. And I know that he's only got a little bit of subscribers. I moved, like you guys can see. He only has 651 subscribers. I'm not saying go subscribe to him because he clearly doesn't know what he's talking about right here. And this led to like people talking about, well, don't commission artists unless they're going to give you the rights to your work. Don't commission them. Don't commission. But the thing is like I feel like because they've not been on the other side of the conversation of like being an artist, they don't realize that artists get abused by people all the time. All the time. All the time. Like, I'm going to give you an example. You want to go and get character art, right? So you go and you find someone really cheap from another country. I understand that. That's not bad. That's economical, right? So you know that you're making a game and you know that you should be paying a commercial fee because you're going to sell that game. It's not just for personal use. So you commission them over time for like 30 pieces of art and they're all priced at like $10 and they're decent, right? And then you put those character models in your game and that person doesn't get the money because you found them on fucking Facebook. That's artist abuse. That's artist abuse. And I'm 100% sure it happens all the time. There's the, can you draw me? Can you draw for free? Can you do that for me? Can you help me? Like, unless you're my spouse or you're my close friend, I don't want to do shit for you. I've had people ask me to do dozens of things for free. Every artist who's watching in this audience right now has been asked to do some free shit at least like 20 times in their life. At least 20 times. Either whether it be casually or by someone you know. So if you're gonna do that, of course we're gonna want to own that. Yeah, sure, yeah, I'll draw it. But if you're gonna just be a fuckhead and use it, I want to take my art back. Like, oh, what was it? Do you guys remember Keffels? I did a video on Keffels, like bullying the artist who was the artist for Mudahar on the internet. I don't remember the name of the artist. Sorry. I don't remember the name of the artist because basically what happened is their art style is to kind of be, you know what, I could show you. I think it's on Tom Dark or it's on Turkey Tom. All right, his name is Just a Worm. So Just a Worm makes these like kind of ugly versions of people. That's his style. This is his style. You can tell it because it's like this like whited out, ugly. I'm not saying the art is ugly, but I'm saying they're kind of drawn to be very extreme ugly, right? So he drew Keffels like that, right? And all he does is just accentuate the features to make them uglier than they are. He'll find very unflattering pictures and make them more ugly. But yes, so it seems like they're trying to bully Moth off of the internet. That's in my opinion, because they're sending death threats, being cruel in general. Like, people are deciding not to talk to them anymore. They got kicked out of their friend group. Like, in general, it's kind of, sad. All because of this asshole, right? But then the twist has come. You guys want to know the twist? Well, it's unfortunate. But so Moth had a commission, and that commission had like a space wolf or whatever. So it's a big yikes, guys. It's a big yikes. So we're gonna look at this. Oh, hold on. Let me turn off myself. Look, do you see this? So, like, let's take a good look at this real quick. As we see, the hand is kind of like reaching out. There's a tail off to the side. This leg is here. There's a moon here. There's a spaceship here that they're clearly inside, and it's a hyena. Now, we're also going to look at the prompt. Okay, so let me get myself back up here. So here's hers, and as you can see, they're very similar. Now, because I know quite a bit about AI, so here we go. Over here in this box on Civet AI, this basically tells us that this was a text to image, meaning you type the prompt, it brings out the AI. Okay, that's what this is. Sure, it looks like shit, kind of, especially here, the shoes and stuff, whatever. We don't really care that much about what it looks like too much, right? And then here's the negative prompt done by this person, right? So this is pretty similar to Moth's. So I'm gonna save this, and we're gonna do a little experiment. All right, so we're gonna have to do this. I don't even want to do this. So I'm just gonna take this one, I'm gonna copy, and we're gonna paste it, and we're gonna make it the same size. We're gonna make it the same size, or as close as I could get to the same size. I don't know if this is the same size, but we'll see. Let's see. Is it because it's not? Oh, is it because it's like? All right. So, man, what do you like? I'm trying not to be rude, but like, I'm not trying to be a dick or anything. But this lines up a little bit too much for my liking, and I didn't try to stretch it too much. I mean, it really does fit into the box. And I also kind of wanted to go over another thing I saw. So this is their speed paint for the art. Let's look it over. So as you guys kind of see right now, they're showing, that they're doing this part, but it's kind of weird to me. And the reason why it's a little bit weird to me probably has to do with the fact that the sketch isn't really sketch. You know what I mean? And then on their TikTok, it's different. All right, so here is their speed paint for the same piece. We're gonna watch this too. So do you guys see what I'm seeing? I'm seeing complete perfect lines, no adjusting, no nothing. And that speed paint was different than what I'm seeing here. They barely sketched. They're showing two different things. They showed this. This is still on their thing, by the way. And then they showed this one. Like, in all of their speed paints, this sketch is not available. I feel like their original art is underneath, and now they're just, this feels a little bit performative to me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it does. Because it's the same drawing, but is it so there's more of it. Is that when it comes to the Civet AI image, this was posted a while ago. Like, where's the date? Oh, so it says here, uploaded a year ago. And you know when that commission was made? Back in July. But see, the thing is that Moth says that she was working on this last year. Okay, so here it is right here. It says here, even the commissioner claims this was commissioned well before the fucking AI existed. God, are you also dense? Or could you actually tell me the commissioner is also lying too at this point? And it says, I commissioned her in July of 2024. I received the sketch in August of 2024. I don't know what else to tell you, buddy. I'm happy with it. And I'm certain it isn't AI, right? So it shows the picture that she drew. And people don't believe that, because it says AI picture posted on 2024, start commissions in May and June of 2025, finished in 2025, posted in July of 2025, customer got finished commission in August of 2024. Yeah, so it's like a 1 month prior. It says somehow the heckler, the owner of the commission, cannot provide the evidence or any screenshots of the date that he received his own commission. Very sus indeed. So it's like, I don't know, man. And here's more. It says this is for, what's it called? Excalibur. It says she's traced it, but it's a your character here. So it's like, I think they reference / trace this instead of the artist's work. It's super common that this gets referenced / traced, and then shows Excalibur's version of it, which was the white one. And then here's the two of them overlaid on each other. Because if you look right here, see this right here? This is very, how to explain it? It's not 1 for 1, but it's very close. And it's a your character here. So those are kind of made to draw, like, those are made specifically so that you can use them and then change them to your will. So I'm willing to give her a pass on this. And so now people are saying that she's an AI tracer. But it's like hard to know. It's really hard to know if she's really like tracing, because the commissioner said it happened last year. But there's also like, we're going to look at her TikToks, because that's also kind of a thing. We just have to look through it. So here's something she drew, a study. She says it's a study. Look, what is she learning from drawing this way? I wish I could make it bigger. So she just draws it all in and colors it all in. And so she just starts doing a study and turns it into a gift for someone. And this was on 4/26, where she just, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is a study, and you don't use any, like, gesture language or anything. You go straight to perfect ink line, like, perfect, no sketch. Where's another one? Here's another one, no sketch. Do you see where she's like, she just starts on, like, it, everything is just started. Like, that thing that is behind the character is a 3D model she just traced over. That's fucking whatever. But this, nah, I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a second. They start with the head, which is fine. And then they decide the whole pose. But like, so as you can see, she's literally all of her work just starts. Just so annoying. Just boom, it's done. And now we get to see color. She adjusts it a little bit for the ears, but otherwise it's essentially the same damn drawing as it was before. So, but when you see this other artwork looks a lot like what I expected her artwork to look like. So we're also going to look at some other ones. So clearly these are models. Pretty good, in my opinion. They're totally fine. It's whatever. But there's something about doing that I just, there's two modes. There's two modes, right? Okay. Like right here, I think on this one, she draws a little bit. So she draws the basic set out, right? But at the same time, like, do you kind of get what I'm saying? Like, no imperfections. Like, every single time you draw, you're perfect. I'm not saying they can't be perfect, but I'm saying like they draw this is their drawing, but then they also are like, you know, drawn like, do you kind of see what I mean? Like, there's something that's not right. I just don't know what it is. I'm not saying that when you guys, like, if you're thinking about commissioning this person, I don't know how I feel, because, like, if they're right, they said that they were in a lot of Discords that also have AI bots, and they put their sketch into one of those Discords that was also furry Discords. So someone could have stolen their art, and people have taken their art before. So it's not unbelievable that it could be like this, but they also draw too perfectly for me to believe that they're not tracing something underneath. because the speed paint they showed before with them just haphazardly putting down the sketch is different than the one that they released on the 9th. And on top of that, the commissioner won't show evidence that there is, you know, discussion. And what you could do, like the thing is you can't bullshit a bullshitter. And like, as a kid, I lived a life where lying was my go-to for everything so that I could live my life. Okay. It was my safety net. It was my everything. And it was because I was living in a space that was not a good space. Okay. And when you learn how to be sneaky and a piece of shit, you kind of can already see when someone's trying to be a piece of shit and they're trying to be sneaky, but they're just not good at it. Like, if this was me, like, the thing is the art that they show on their TikTok, that's the human stuff, is so different. And I know that the excuse is going to be, well, that's just my different art style for when I'm not drawing that. And I'll be willing to take that, right? But at the same time, you had to put all this effort to draw those, right? And you just kind of put those together. But then you'll come and you'll make this like very over detailed drawing that has like a background and a character, and there's no sketch of the character. It's just, you never see any sketches from this person. It's always like almost completely finished pieces. And the thing is like, that is possible by the top tier professional or someone like Kim Jong-gi, right? Because he was known to have like a possible photographic memory. So right before I finished my video, I went back on Twitter and I just wanted to see if there's anything else that I could include in this video before I said I was done. Because this is not even post-editing Nimbus, this is post-research Nimbus. And I was batting for you. Okay? And I was defending you on Twitter. I defended you so much. I don't even know you and I defended you. So I'm telling you now, I saw your art. I knew your artwork that you drew on TikTok did not match for a reason. It's too different because you're really just, well, let's just put it up. This is yours. September 27th, 2025. Whip of something I had in store for Halloween. This is an AI image that was posted on September 25th, 2025, 2 days before you finished yours. And this is the layover. I know that you added your own spin to the face, but there is no reason, absolutely none, why any of the this is almost a 1-for-1 line, my guy. Like even the hat. I tried to give you the benefit of the doubt. I really tried. I just think that maybe, but you can't lie to your audience. Okay, you can't. Now, she's locked her account. I am on her account. I can see what's going on currently, but I know once I post my video, she's gonna block me. So like I said before, don't harass anybody. And still, I know it makes her a hypocrite because she has, don't put my work into AI in there, but it seems like what she's doing is she's finding AI images and then just tracing them. So in reality, she's not really generating, she's just a tracer, but she doesn't trace everything. She just traces her commissions. You know, like if you go and you look on her page, anything that's not furry related is not traced. So I know that she can draw, but I think what she thought here was, I'll get furry commissions. I'll just do furry commissions without actually entailing what that is, because she does have a cute little style there for the eyes and stuff. Like she has like, I mean, in general, it is cute. Like the OG, let me go back to the OG. That is so cute. It's a very cute face. Very cute face. I can see why people like her style. But at the same time, she's doing weird shit. She's tracing. And I knew there's also another thing here. Let's go look at that. And remember how I said, hey, there's something suspicious about her not giving sketches and just drawing the whole piece all at once. I knew there was something to that because a lot of tracers, they have this very smooth, they can completely have smooth lines and then they color pick and all that. Because I seen her things enough to know that she doesn't color pick. She'll actually do all the coloring herself. So I know that she knows how to draw and I know that she's doing art. I'm just not sure what she's doing and why she's doing it this way. I think she just wants the furry money. Okay. And if that's the case, you got to stop that. But here, we're going to talk over this. So this person is named Rezolite. They got blocked by Mothdusky and refunded. So they can let this side of their thing out, their discussion out. You've seen me talking about artists with poor business practices. This is why. I calmed Mothdusky for a pinup, but she skipped past the sketch phase without approval and denied making requested changes. And this is what they posted. You have betrayed my trust as a client and a friend. And it says, the excuse is being my friend to find leeway into my toss is no longer permitted. And they go, her excuse was, this is how I see him. My toss reserves me that right. When I objected, she crashed out in my DMs, made a public post that quoted me without mentioning me by name. I don't think as a client or a friend, I should be at your mercy and slandered if we disagree. Which, anyway, let's get back to this. I lost a friend in the end. I don't think I was a friend in her eyes, just a revenue stream. She never put me on the Trello and for some reason prioritized me on the commission list over other people who have been waiting for work for months, longer than me. Still did it even if I objected to it. I don't know what I was going on, but a lot of people are coming forward to me about it. Let's see. So they also have issues where, like, if you look further into this thread here, like, they're like, oh, but it's incredibly overpriced. I'm glad to have them taken off, to take them off my list. Absolute shame. I had to go through this. Overpriced. I actually vouch for them to increase their price, especially since their queue is massive. But she's just awful at actually handling comms. Nope, I was dead wrong. Confused with another artist. Her prices are reasonable. That attitude from her is just a no-go. Can't imagine someone holding onto your money hostage for something like that when you requested basic changes. From the screenshots I've seen, it shows you were providing sketches. You were provided sketches and asked for feedback regarding changes. Is there more to this story, or maybe a screenshot of them denying changes or ignoring them? Because currently it seems like you're not the truthful person based on what's available. Kept saying, I'll fix it my way, but she never changed anything. It says right here, no, because you're being vague and scaring me. I'll just make it larger. Pooks. And then it says, I will take care of it. I'm going to blow my head off. Pixar didn't happen. Just say you're going to fix it and stop scaring me. Jesus. It does seem like communication is very unclear, not at all professional level considering you hired for a service. That's why I always use a completely different one when I am talking to work-related stuff, even if I know somebody for years. Thanks for the info. Oh, here we go. Asked for the changes and was met with an unserious conversation. She ignored them and proceeded to color, and I was not happy. I didn't okay anything and clearly asked for changes, and she kept pulling the trust me, it's fine deal. Same with the sketch, she just ignored my wish. So let's read this together. Moth, trust me on this. I know I sound rude, but as someone who's gone to school, went into this with internships, I won't hinder your character at all. Why are you bringing up school? We'll see, but if he doesn't look like a black-tailed deer, then going to school doesn't mean anything if it doesn't follow my design, you know. If I let everyone off for drawing dog noses on him, then I'd have no art I'd be willing to post publicly. I know that, but you hired me to draw in the right way. I draw not how you draw. Or messed up weird antlers, hence why the red line and walk people through. People have tried to hire me to draw like other artists, and I had to draw the line somewhere. Yeah, but that's incredibly different than what I am asking. Yeah, this person hasn't paid me. Don't. Say a word about the ears. They look a bit bigger with color. I'm not going to say anything. I'm too mentally fucked up to complain right now. Oof. Like, Moth. Like, I'm sorry. You just, what's the quote retweets like? I had a couple folks come forward regarding their experiences, posting this one further as a warning regarding Mothdusky. Person waited 5 months for your character here, filed a chargeback, and agreed to cancel it when promised a refund. Instead was given rush start and immediately blacklisted. Let's see. Hey, I was just wondering the progress of the Your Character Here. I'm going to be refunding through PayPal for the Your Character Here that I commissioned. Almost waited 5 months. Oof. Now I contacted you back in February asking about it, and you said you'll be working on all the Your Characters Here this week, and it's now June. I just saw your notification. Wanted to inform you that I'm currently working through the queues at the moment. I do apologize for the silence, but I also wanted to remind you that I do not offer refunds on Your Character Here nows. Stated on my toss. I did see you open a case. If you wanted to, I can provide you with a refund. However, I won't be It won't be through that account as it is closed. I can only urge you to close the case there and I can settle your funds elsewhere. I don't normally make it seem like you are being ignored or treated unfairly. If you wanted your money back, I'll be happy to hand it to you. Again, however, that account does not have any ties with me as of February. May I ask why it has no ties to your account? Just as PayPal doesn't allow not safe for work content to be sold via its platform, I wasn't aware until it permanently limited me. I can only offer you a refund elsewhere or to finish your character here this week. The option is still open to you. I do apologize for making you wait and don't wish for there to be any bad blood via the transaction. I'm assuming PayPal would be the way to send money. Okay, so they sent the, okay, so instead of it, they sent the money after careful consideration. I'm handing you the finished product. I'm aware this is not done in a timely manner, but after hearing that you were discussing the state of this comm via other sources, I no longer feel comfortable working with you. I've sent the finished product via email. Both images are finished and completed. With this also being finished and completed, as stated prior, I don't offer refunds. And with now being completed, the offer is now completely off the table. I do wish this was handled better than me having to hear about your dissatisfaction via a third party rather than you communicating it here. Well, come on. Yeah, so, I just don't know what to say. Like, I also just want to say that they have, like, Mothdusky does have her own style, and it is her own. And this person, 2 days ago, decided they would make a Laura off of her art and said, would you commission Mothdusky and not own what you paid for, or would you use this Mothdusky Laura and own what you generated for free? Like, do you kind of do you guys understand that this is, like, in general, just real, like, the situation is really shitty because Mothdusky is, man, I don't even know, like, obviously, I don't know what's going to happen to them afterwards. I'm just hoping that they learned, hold on. They have a mega proof thread, okay? I just went to their thing. So we're going to go, okay? Literally just a minute ago. Damn, it just gets more interesting and more interesting. All right, I'm gonna put this up on screen right now. Mothdusky, please show me what's wrong. Hi everyone, I just wanted to reach out and talk about some controversy that's been plaguing me, namely this piece. This thread will be a timeline of start to finish on this piece to show evidence why I did not trace this images and provided AI. And they go, I want to thank the VTuber Wire and the creation for helping me gather all this evidence and the metadata to prove that there's no evidence of tracing from me, as my art production of this comm was 2.5 months ahead of this initial creation of this image. Here is the product timeline of the entire creation. Okay, so it says here that they were waitlisted in January. Okay, this is going to take me a minute. Oh, there's a Google Doc. Oh, we'll just do this. Okay, Mothdusky, get off of this. Get off me. Got it. I don't need you. All right, so they have the evidence. It says April 4th, archived this card, September 26, 2024, added this card to the waiting list, April 4th, 2024 at 5:57 p.m. This is the screenshot, and this is archived, okay? This is the proof here. Here's the whip. You know what? I have to see something before I can believe this. Hold on a second. Okay, I just wanted to check to see if on Procreate you can actually edit that time. And it says July 2nd, 2024. That was when it was created. Let's see the next slide. July 11th, 2024, the Heckler Commission's Mothdusky is added to Mothdusky's Trello queue. And it says right here, ooh, they're actually showing like when it was added. Okay. I commissioned her in 2024, and this is literally what they said just now. Don't know what to tell you, buddy. I'm happy with it, but it certainly is an AI. Plague Dog AI makes and posts the AI generated image, which says to be on 9/14/2024. September 16th onward, progress on the commission delayed due to an outside influence. Okay, here we go. Mothdusky creates the file that ends up as the final product. Hold on. Oh, they had the whip. Mind you, it's going to say modified as I just open it to snag this file canvas info. That's true. All right. Here's the final in which the line work and the shading is done and all that jazz. July 9th, it's posted to Twitter. So she was a year behind on things. The speed paint is posted to TikTok. All right, so that's that. Okay, so there is more. And it says here that here's their sketch, which we watched over. And I said it was kind of suspicious. And he goes, I wanted to let you know that this is a huge turnaround in the middle of, and the name, and that is namely me. That was due to an uptick in my previous job and not giving me as much free time as I thought I would. And then, however, please take this as evidence, as I had to take a step back to avoid the harassment and collect all the data and proof I needed. This is only stemming from me, obviously hitting the wasp's nest to some reckless using AI to edit my work. I wanted to bring up this post as well. This one is rather baseless, and the artist even claimed it's a common reference. Good evening. Your art got traced by Mothdusky and sold as a Your Character Here Now commission. And they said, my artwork was a reference to this image here. They could have likely used the same one shown with a dog teeth aesthetic. I don't know, best to drop it. They've already been through enough, and I appreciate the support and lookout. So let's see what else they got here. Here is the speed paint. Well, we already looked at the speed paint here. Oh, wait, hold on. I want to see this. Okay, all right. All right, this is very reactionary for me. It says, apologize as I doodled on this canvas quite a bit before drawing it. One more was believed to be traced, and it was this tiny little witch piece, which had been mistakenly into a furry server on the 19th. Oh my God, I'm just looking this one over just as it's a fairly large server, so I wouldn't even know where to start bringing up things to the mods. It says here, September 8th, 18th, 2025. I wanted to thank all of you for your time reading this mega post, and I'm sorry if it seems super duper off pace with the drama reaching its peak. A lot of people have shown their true colors these days, good and bad, and I hope we can learn from it. Okay, did she make it public? She did make it public. All right. Oh man. One is, God, like, Mothdusky. I'm gonna try to, hold on, before we go and do this. Mothdusky, I know and you know what you've been doing, and I'm hoping and praying, even as a non-religious person, really, that you will take this as the most gentlest way possible. You messed up pretty bad. You had people like really batting for you. And this is the thing when I say, when people who are too AI and can't be like, it's a little bit suspicious sometimes when people who are openly like against AI, but they end up being secret users of AI because they see the benefits for them in it. And I'm not saying that there's, you guys know what I mean. Please try to have I'm trying to have a nuanced discussion right here. Okay. While everybody knows that I'm anti-AI, I also am not fully like against AI uses like in sciences or in other different things. Like I try to keep my mind open. You know what I mean? Like I try to keep my mind open, and that's, I feel like people who are, there's two camps, and there's the super anti-AI people that will never open AI. There is anti-AI people who are performative and use it on the down low. There's anti-AI who are like me, who understand that there's merit, but also that it has done terrible things. And then it goes towards being a little bit more neutral to pro AI. So you guys have always known where I stand. I've always been pretty open about what I do and how I do things. So Mothdusky, listen, I know that maybe like you can't draw furry like you say you do, okay? And I think it might be time for you to learn and grow from this moment. You have 25,000 followers on Twitter, okay? I know when I post this video, it's probably gonna harm your business and you're probably gonna block me, okay? I know. And I was batting for you, okay? And I was defending you on Twitter. I defended you so much. I don't even know you and I defended you. This is post-editing Nimbus. I was literally had my video up to post at 3 p.m. But then I got a message that like 6 or 7 more traced images has appeared for Mothdusky. And we have to look at it because, well, it's got to go in the video. So let's go look at Twitter again. Okay, first we have this post here. I just want to go over it and it just needs to be run through, okay? It really bums me out to post this, but I'm highly confident that this talented artist is hoping that their audience does not understand how AI works and did trace this. The AI post online was not their off sketch. It clearly shows that it was text to image prompt, even if their screenshots text prompt equals not from the image. Their speed paints are not showing their layers specifically. You have one loose layer and then a fine inking layer. Don't take my word for it. Ask any semi-experienced artist. It would be trivial for the artist to share this work and dispel my allegations. If they sufficiently produce this timestamp work, I will in good faith publicly apologize and donate $500 to whatever charity they choose. So the problem with this is that for it to, I tested this last night, and that's why I just didn't want to deal with adding more to the video, because on Civet AI's generator, I went and I logged into Civet AI, and on their website, it does not allow you to add ControlNet, which ControlNet would allow a person to use text to image to post like image, and then it would use that image to create another image. So there was no sketch. And before you guys asked, I went and I asked people who use Civet AI. The Civet AI on the website for text to image, those texts where it says text to image in Civet AI generator are automatically generated when they create the image. So there was no way, no sketch. And if they really wanted to disprove it, they would show what Discord they were in and what time it was posted. But instead, they chose this other route, okay? I was behind them. And here we go. This image was found on DeviantArt, and it's basically like a trace. It's basically traced from that person. It's an adoptable, and they just went over it. And this is why I have said before, yes, you can take people's AI images, but you should not, one, trace over them fully to make them your own. Do not trace over AI images and treat them like they are your own. They're not. They're AI images, and you cannot trace them because people will likely post them and people will find it, and this is exactly what's going to happen. So Selnar's, even though Selnar's an asshole, Selnar commission was AI traced. This is the account that has all of the traces. Here is another one, and we're just going to look over here, and it's just going to show us barely any difference between the two. It's basically the same thing.
Another one, another one, another one, another one, another one, and another one.
So then there's this here. This is apparently pretty old. And it says, I wanted to take a moment and say that my old account, Fire Inklings, did have art that was traced. I moved over to this account to make this art profile, only with some silly posts here and there. While I did make an effort to contact the clients a few weeks ago, when the situation broke out entirely, most of my clients were inside of a Discord server where I made my apology to them there. Others were on Twitter. Unfortunately, most were blocked. The commissions I did before May were traced. I'm completely sorry from the bottom of my heart. I made a mistake. There's also this here. I didn't actually know how you did this, but someone had proof that, you know, you can really just make something from the past. Here's this, how they did it. So we'll just look over here. They changed the date over here to whenever it says, and then they're setting their date and time on their iPad. And then they just create a new screen size, and then it'll say in the corner that that's when the image was created. I'm sure they're going to go here, and right there, it says right there. Oh, so then there's, oh my goodness. Then there's this little bad practice here where, all right, this is another thing. You AI scammers that are just tracing AI, we are on to you. We know that if you can't draw shit and you are denying, like if you show that you can draw things and then suddenly someone's asking you for like an adjustment and you can't do it, that's probably because you're using AI. Just saying. But I'm going to read this out to you since it's tiny. I tried mediating with you and you took offense to me not wanting to let you do everything 100% your way. What's the point of paying if I'm not allowed to voice my concerns or ask for edits? Even if it's not up to your liking, it's what I pay for, and as a business, it only makes sense for you to try to accommodate a reasonable expectations. And nothing I've asked for is unreasonable to any other artist I've ever dealt with or am friends with. So I ask, either please consider helping me find a middle ground or give me a refund, because this is by far the situation that could have been avoided socially and professionally. I don't mind the defined muscles. I don't mind that you twinkified him in your style, but missing key features right here of my character and using toss to cop out to avoid the responsibility you have as one part of the transaction doesn't sit right with me. And I mean this with all the love, but please try working it out and maybe you'll see it'll look good. I trusted you and you have to return the favor. Friends don't treat friends like this. Artists don't treat clients like this. I'll let you breathe. It's been rough for the both of us, but please try to see eye to eye on this. And I am sorry to have to put my foot down, but I am trying to juggle professional etiquette and our friendship. So she just replies, I'm not redesigning him. And she goes, I understand the clause for times when people hand you characters with incompatible or unrealistic expectations. But from a consumer standpoint, you are abusing that as an excuse not to make edits, which you could have made if you referred to me when I was asleep. It's not fair to me, and it's not fair to you because you will be losing out on the money you earned from the commission because of poor communication. I gave you the benefit of the doubt by not having me on Trello because we're friends, and not asking about the turnaround time because I'm patient. But none of that respect was returned to me once you started working on it. I tried to see if I was doing anything wrong, and you took offense for me asking for second opinions. I tried working and explaining to you directly, and you took offense to that too. She never put me on Trello, and for some reason prioritized me on the commission list over people who have been waiting for work for months longer than me. Still, did it even if I objected to it. I don't know what was going on, but a lot of people are coming forward to me about it. And there's another one right here. Someone found another one, and this was, I don't even know how long ago. 5/21, that was like 2 hours ago. And they said, to Mothdusky's credit, they refunded me within the hour of me reaching out. I applaud them for trying to make it right. When did you commission this, and how did you find the base AI drawing? I commissioned it in December 2024. I found it by going to DeviantArt and searching furry male plus muscular. Ooh, girl, what are you doing? Down here, there's two of these here. Can't really see, obviously, but it looks like she's been tracing off DeviantArt quite a bit. She's just, dude, she's wildin'. She is wildin' up on here. She's just doing whatever the fuck she wants to do. I'm interested in this person. And apparently this person used AI as a reference before, and then they kind of stopped doing it, and they thanked Moth for helping them stop doing it, but it looks like it's a back and forth between them. I want to see what Mothdusky has to say. Probably nothing. Well, so what have we learned here? We've learned two things. One, she traced it. Two, both can be true, where people can't take her sketch and put it in AI. People have made lures of her work and used AI to generate stuff. So she has had people take her stuff, and people have trained off her work, and she has also traced AI, but she also does draw her own work. I believe this is my theory, okay? My theory is that she takes commissions cheaper than she should because she's trying to automate the process to be faster to make more money. That is why she has so many commissions. Apparently she has like 200 commissions. That's a crazy number. Crazy, insane number. So I think she decided she would just trace her commissions off of AI and then just quickly put them out as quick as possible, making as much money as possible. But she didn't think that people would find the resource images. And the thing is, if she would have done something else, I'm not even going to say it because I'm not trying to give anybody ideas. If she had done another path, I doubt people would have figured it out. But because she's kind of a dumbass, people figured it out. And I don't know what the fallout of this is going to be because this is super new, but I know it's going to suck and it's going to be stupid because it's going to be stupid. That doesn't mean that Selnar Snowass isn't a problem. He is a huge problem and he is a huge asshole. So even if she did this dumb thing, and I'm not giving her, whatever for it, he still went against her toss. Doesn't really matter. He went against her toss, and but she used AI to trace it. So it's like, well, like, girl, what are you doing? Come on. Like, there's so many people behind you. And she's traced before, so she's got issues. I'm hoping that she can move and learn and grow. I hope that she will just unlock her Twitter and just be open and honest. At this point, she has to be open and honest. Apparently, there's up to 13 images people have found just at random. Like Mothdusky, you're like insane. Did you think, like, once people found the first one, you didn't think they were gonna find the other ones? Like, damn. So on to the rest of the video. So I feel like there's a lot of things rolling around. And having reacted to that in real time, considering I just saw it, I feel bad for Mothdusky. So I feel like there's a lot of back and forth when it comes to these pieces. They also showed proof with their own Google Doc, especially when, you know, there's a lot of like copy and paste. And I mean, we all know that people do take people's sketches. I've had it happen to me. I posted my speed paint on my Instagram and somebody took the, so I guess what we're doing here now is you really got to think about what you guys are putting out there in the world as far as your sketches. If you are in a Discord server and you are posting your sketches and it's like one of those, whatever, the ones like she posted, stay out of there, man. Stay out of there. Like, go to an art server that's just for art and stay there, because someone can and will steal your sketches. So when it comes to these people who are considered tracers and we find AI tracers, now I am not going to at all in any way defend what's it called, like Arikushishu 11, because he is tracing literally just AI images, and sometimes he just posts the AI images and says that he drew them. So they're not posted anywhere. They're just mostly him. They have all the AI problems. This is different. This person is very hyper social, like social on the internet, and they post their sketches freely. And, you know, I do believe that people would take their sketches and then just run them through an AI, and then someone would post it and then be like, hey, look, I drew it, or hey, look, I made an AI with it. Because I just saw, not even 2 seconds ago, someone made a Laura of their work like an asshole. So it is what it is. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I put out videos every Wednesday or Thursday, at least once a week if I can. And for 2, please join my Patreon. I am going to start doing some stuff on there. And I keep saying that I'm going to put this video out where I talk about the new Patreon thing, but I just never get to it because I keep putting it off. But listen, listen, please join my Patreon. I would really love that. You're awesome. And I will see you next time, guys. Oh, there's going to be a sponsored video whenever I get some markers. I'm getting some text markers. I would really appreciate it if all of you guys could watch that video for me. I would really love that. It would help me get more sponsors, because I really love getting items. Like, even if it's just a review, they're fun. I really like getting things that I can review for you guys and see if you like them. If you don't like it, that's okay. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.